Welcome back to Motor Authority. In the modern battlefield, precision is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. And when it comes to delivering that precision against armored threats, few weapons have proven as devastating and reliable as the AGM-114 Hellfire missile. This is not just a missile. It's a battle-tested force multiplier. And in 2020, its capabilities reached new heights. Welcome back to Motor Authority. In this episode, we're diving deep into the 2020 variant of the Hellfire missile, specifically its anti-armor role and why it's becoming increasingly relevant for countries like the Philippines in their defense strategy. The AGM-114 Hellfire was originally developed as an anti-tank missile in the late 1980s, designed to take out Soviet armor on the European battlefield. But over the decades, it's evolved. It's adapted. And in its 2020 version, it remains one of the most feared and versatile weapons in America's arsenal. Let's start with the basics. The Hellfire is an air-to-ground missile. AGM stands for air-to-ground missile, and 114 is its designation in the U.S. inventory. With a length of just under 1.6 meters, a weight of about 45 kilograms, and a warhead that can shred through inches of rolled homogeneous armor, this missile is built for lethality. But what makes the 2020 variant truly special is the combination of its guidance systems and targeting precision. Most Hellfire missiles use either semi-active laser guidance or radar homing. That means the missile can either track a laser spot designated by a drone, helicopter, or ground team, or it can home in on radar reflections. This dual-mode capability allows flexibility across missions, especially in environments with low visibility or heavy jamming. In 2020, Lockheed Martin and the U.S. Army continued upgrading the Hellfire to increase its performance in urban warfare, mountainous terrain, and against moving targets. Enhanced versions like the AGM-114 RA, also known as the Hellfire Romeo, bring in multi-mission flexibility. One missile, multiple targets are tanks, bunkers, light vehicles, and even small boats. That's the kind of capability modern military forces demand. So, what makes this missile ideal for anti-armor missions? Let's talk about armor penetration. The Hellfire's shaped charge warhead is designed to defeat modern composite and reactive armor. Upon impact, the missile creates a high-velocity jet of molten metal that can punch through tank armor and destroy internal systems. Some versions also use tandem warheads, one charge to detonate the reactive armor, and a second to penetrate the main armor behind it. That's not just damage, that's total system kill. Now, you might be wondering, how does this all tie into the Philippines? In recent years, the Philippines has been steadily modernizing its armed forces under the revised AFP modernization program. Facing regional threats and territorial disputes in the South China Sea, the need for a reliable, precise, and powerful anti-armor and anti-ship capability has never been greater. That's where the Hellfire comes in. In 2020, the Philippine Air Force integrated AGM-114 missiles onto its newly acquired attack platforms, particularly the Boeing AH-64 Apache and the Embraer A-29 Super Tucano. But more prominently, the country has been deploying these missiles via rotary wing aircraft like the AW109 and the MD-520MG light attack helicopters. These choppers, fitted with laser designators, can launch Hellfires with deadly accuracy from standoff distances, keeping pilots safe while neutralizing armored or fortified threats on the ground. Imagine this scenario. Insurgents have taken over a remote town in Mindanao. They've fortified a school with concrete barriers, sandbags, and stolen armored vehicles. A Philippine light attack helicopter takes off, armed with Hellfires. A spotter team designates the target with a laser. The missile locks, fires, and within seconds, the hostile position is obliterated with surgical precision. That's the kind of real-world mission profile the Hellfire was made for. But it's not just about combat. Deterrence is the name of the game. By deploying precision strike weapons like the Hellfire, the Philippines sends a clear message to potential aggressors, whether state or non-state actors: we're not just defending territory, we're ready to strike with accuracy and overwhelming force. Now, let's talk numbers. The AGM-114 missile has a range of up to 8 kilometers, depending on launch platform and altitude. That means a helicopter flying low and fast can take out a tank column before it's even visible to the naked eye. The missile travels at nearly Mach 1.3, about 1,600 kilometers per hour. And when it hits, we're talking explosive force equivalent to several kilograms of high explosive, concentrated into a pinpoint strike. Even more impressive is the fire and forget capability seen in certain variants, particularly the longbow Hellfire. These versions use millimeter-wave radar to track targets even in zero visibility. That's crucial in jungle warfare, where tree cover and weather can obscure visual contact. One thing to note is the growing trend of pairing Hellfire missiles with drones. In 2020, the U.S. continued operations using MQ-9 Reaper drones firing Hellfires in counter-terror missions. For the Philippines, the integration of UAVs in ISR, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance roles could pave the way for drone-based strike platforms in the future, allowing Hellfire deployments without putting pilots at risk. From technical specs to tactical relevance, the Hellfire missile represents a significant step forward for Philippine defense. In an era where threats are asymmetric and often embedded within civilian areas, a missile that can thread the needle avoiding collateral damage while delivering total destruction is a vital asset. Let's not forget, the Hellfire isn't just an American missile anymore. It's used by over 24 countries, from NATO allies to regional powers. And as tensions continue to simmer in Asia-Pacific, more countries are investing in these kinds of precision munitions. For the Philippines, it's part of a larger strategy to build a credible defense posture. A posture that doesn't rely on brute force but on smart, strategic, and deadly effective weaponry. As we wrap up, it's clear that the 2020 Hellfire missile is more than just a carryover from Cold War doctrine. It's a modern, adaptable weapon that fits the needs of today's fast-moving, high-stakes battlefield. And for countries like the Philippines, it's not just about having a missile, it's about having the right missile, for the right mission, at the right time. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive on the Hellfire missile insightful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what weapon system you'd like us to cover next. Until then, this is Motor Authority signing off.